Excuse me, before we begin, I have a question for the prosecution related to discovery. First, is it you here, sir, who bears the burden of proof in this case?
Excuse me, I don't believe this is proper procedure, Judge. He's asking me questions. I'm not under oath. I'm not oath.
Well, it's regarding to discovery.
I'm going to take testimony. Okay? What's the question? You have a question in the court?
Yes. Is there evidence of a plaintiff? It would require a yes or no.
We're going to proceed. Look, we're not playing games here. Okay?
I'm not.
The plaintiff in this matter is the state of New Jersey.
Is there evidence of the state of New Jersey? Is there evidence of a plaintiff? Is what I'm asking.
I don't know what you mean by that.
I mean, it would be yes or no. Is there evidence of a plaintiff?
There's going to be evidence of cases here that we're going to hear. Okay.
Well, I understand that. That's just I'm asking. Is there evidence of a plaintiff?
Is Mr. Novak in court?
Yes.
Where is he seated?
Objection. There's no facts that have been entered into evidence. I've looked at my case file and I see no sworn affidavits or anything, just these pieces of paper. Yeah, it's called tickets.
Your objection is overruled.
Okay.
Now, so if I just backtrack on the tickets, you told us.
Judge, with respect to my cross-examination, for the record, do the rules of evidence in any way, shape, or form permit either the judge to act as an attorney, testify, or practice law from the bench in any way?
Your Honor, that's not cross-examination. That's a speech. You can make that.
Oh no, it's not a speech. It's. I'm just asking. Yes, I do. May I approach the witness? Okay. Okay. You have a copy of the tickets I can show them?
You have copies?
No, I don't have any copies. Okay. You wrote these tickets here, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And it's your written testimony here in these tickets that you witnessed me violate these statutes. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. So you're the man who wrote these tickets, and these are your legal conclusions, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to move that the court take mandatory judicial notice that these tickets were written by this man, and they represent his legal conclusions.
I object, Your Honor. There's no foundation whatsoever for that objection.
He just said those are his legal conclusions. That was his testimony.
I'll overrule the
Objection. Okay. So now that we've established that these tickets are a representation of your legal conclusions, do you also have personal knowledge of all the facts in this matter?
I believe I do.
I'm sorry?
Yes.
Okay. And how long have you been a police officer for?
5 years.
Okay. Do you consider yourself competent in administering all of the...
This is nonsensical.
Yes. Look, Mr. Novak, you certainly can...
This is relevant to his credibility.
You can certainly use notes, but it seems to be reading questions. Proceed to ask your questions, and if the objection is made, just wait, and I'll make a decision.
Okay. Do you...
The objection that has been made is sustained, so go on to your next question.
Okay. If you weren't competent to do your duties as a police officer, would these tickets or... What is the objection?
The objection is sustained.
Well, it's due to his credibility. It's all relevant to his credibility to testify.
You can talk to him about his qualifications, his service, what he observed. Those are appropriate questions, and then I'll evaluate his credibility.
Okay. So, have you sworn an oath to uphold the Constitution of the United States?
Yes.
Okay. If you didn't understand the Constitution to which you swore an oath to
Your Honor,
uphold,
I have to object to this.
I can't.
This is just dilatory tactics.
what is the objection? The nature of the
The
objection?
objection is it's totally irrelevant what you're
The
asking.
Constitution
and I
is
will
irrelevant to these. I'm sorry. The Constitution is irrelevant to these
This is
proceedings.
cross-examination, not speech time.
I'm not. I'm asking a question. I'm not giving a speech.
I asked the question, this particular question you just posed is inappropriate.
Inappropriate in what manner, Your Honor?
It's not relevant.
The Constitution is not relevant to these
Not
proceedings?
tonight, not in this case.
Not in these proceedings. The Constitution is completely irrelevant. Okay. Okay. On the night in question, did you have my car taken from me without my consent by a tow truck where I then had to go pay $120 to recover my property?
Is that a question or is that the...
That's a,
I think it was
it's a question.
Yes,
Was the vehicle towed that night?
yes, the vehicle was towed that night.
Okay, so it's fair to say that that at least for that evening, I was deprived of my property, being the 1997 Lincoln Town Car, correct?
Yes, the vehicle was towed.
Is that a yes or no? Objection, remove the strike, non-responsive. Is that a yes or no?
Responsive, he said the car was towed.
Okay.
And I think he testified earlier, it was towed because there was no proof of insurance.
Okay. Are you familiar with the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution, sir?
Yes.
Okay. So, well, the Fifth Amendment in the Constitution is generally, it's most commonly known as the right to remain silent, but it's also known as the Due Process Amendment, which states that no person shall be deprived of life, liberty, or property.
Is that a question or a speech?
It's coming to a question.
What's the question?
The question is, can you please explain for the record how I received due process of law before you took my car?
I'll say the objection. The car was towed because you didn't present valid proof of insurance.
The Fifth Amendment states that I shall not be deprived of the property without due process of law. So it's saying for the record that due process of law means he just takes my car without having a hearing before an impartial judge with adequate notice.
Yeah, he took action that was appropriate under the circumstances.
So there is no due process of law here.
Apparently not in this case, in your judgment.
Okay. Okay. For the record, as a law enforcement officer, do you know what due process of law is, sir?
I'll sustain the objection. We're not getting involved in this due process of law.
So the Constitution does not apply to any of this? I'm sorry. I'm just trying to clarify for the record that it seems the Constitution is not
How many
relevant.
years of school have you got?
Oh, no.
Never went to school.
Oh, I've been to high school. I've never been to
Graduate from high school?
graduate high school. I did.
What school?
Old Bridge building.
Proceed and use your mind to ask relevant things.
I assume that the Constitution was relevant to these
Not
proceedings.
relevant in this particular factual situation, no.
Okay.